again, your vibrational coach. And today we're talking about how to be psychic. Now, your definition of psychic is going to affect whether this is the video for you. But what I'm talking about is foresight. What I'm talking about is that knowing of the future. Fortune telling. Now, the truth is that we're all a little bit psychic. We all have those feelings. Oh, I knew the phone was going to ring. How did I know that? Or, I had a gut feeling about this. Or, I just knew that was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it. So, we're all experiencing these flashes of insight. But what's going on? How are they coming about? They're coming about because you're reading vibration. You're reading your own vibration. In other words, you are manifesting via your point of attraction. Therefore, when your point of attraction gets a lot of momentum and you get clear, you start to know what's happening. When you've got a connection with somebody and you just know that they want to talk to you, you just have a feeling. It may not even come across that way. It may come across as, I just want to talk to this person. So that is happening because of a vibrational reading. You're reading their vibration, even from afar, because of your connection with them. As soon as you let go of any resistance and focus, you can read vibration. So depending on your path of less resistance, so if you've got resistance to a specific way, you're not going to receive that knowing that way. In other words, if you've never had a vision before, you're not going to receive foresight through vision. However, if you've been having gut feelings your entire life and you take notice of these gut feelings and you're not really sure what they are, but you kind of take notice of them, you want to know how to use them in your life. And that's by recognizing that feeling, taking note of it when it happens and recognizing, how did it feel? What was the thought I had? Because the thought is also vibrational reading. You are reading the vibration and it is giving you a thought. It is coming through as a thought. Therefore, the other thing that is often vibrational reading is déjà vu. This is foresight, but you haven't noticed it. You haven't paid any attention to it. But when you get there, it looks so familiar. You've done this before. Vibrationally, you've been there. Vibrationally, you've read that. Now, clarity is a really big player in this game, because when you get clear, when you're feeling clarity, it's a knowing. It's a knowing. And so this is claircognizance. And to do this, we're doing this all the time. We just don't know it. When you get that feeling, that gut feeling, that's a claircognizant feeling. It's a knowing. It translates to a thought. It translates to a thought, and that's what claircognizance is. It's clear knowing. If it translates to an emotional feeling, you get a feeling of dread for no reason, then this is clairsentience. If you're reading somebody else's vibration and you're clairsentient, you're going to be feeling what they're feeling. If you're clairaudient, you will actually hear non-physical vibrations being translated in your mind. They're like having thoughts, but when you verbalize the thought though. But the thought isn't there before you verbalize it in your mind. In other words, you didn't verbalize it. It came from somewhere else. It was a translation. You translated a vibration. And all of these things are vibrational translations. So getting clear means that you have a clear insight into what the vibration is. And when that vibration gets really, really strong, in fact, it's really, really, really close to manifestation, you'll be able to get a clearer and clearer view of what is happening. Now, like I said, it may not be visual, it may sound, it may be knowing, it may be a feeling, it doesn't matter. But you'll get that intuition And if you take notice of that intuition and how it feels and note the outcomes, you'll be able to tell what's your intuition and what is just fear. And that is the main thing that you really want to take note of, is how it feels, what it looks like, what it feels like, how it comes across, how your intuition speaks to you. When you get that knowing, when you know something, even if it's just once or twice in your lifetime, you've got to think about how it happened. How did it feel? What was the experience like? Focusing on those sort of things will help you to recognize it the next time it happens, and therefore you can use that information to know whether you're heading towards something you like or heading towards something you don't like. And therefore, change your vibration. However, you must understand that the things that will come to you, if they're coming in detail, then they're very, very close to manifestation. And there's so much momentum in them that you probably won't be able to change them all that much. And this is frustrating for people who do see and read and understand vibration, when they get a translation of vibration and then they can't change it. They think, why would I know this if I can't change it? Well, you can't change it this time, but changing your vibration on it means that it doesn't happen again, that you don't end up in that same place again. And so it is somewhat helpful to you. It also means that you are interpreting impulses. You know what it feels like when you're in that really good, clear place and you start to interpret the vibration of, I should go here, I should do this, I should say such and such. And it just starts to flow. You're in the flow, you're in the flow, you're in the mix. It's happening for you. You're in that zone and you know it. And once you know it, it can happen more and more often because you're paying attention to it. And where your focus goes, that's where manifestation flows. So basically, if you're wanting to have better foresight, you're wanting to really listen to your emotions. You're wanting to really notice when you get that feeling that is clear. You need to notice those moments of clarity, and sometimes they're a split second. And if that is happening, the more you focus on it, the longer it'll get, the more often it will happen. So getting to know what's coming is literally getting clear. Now, clarity, how do we get clear? How do we get clarity? Clarity is a state of being where you are connected with higher self. And higher self is love, so higher self always feels good, even if it's not bursting goodness. It's just better than before. Higher self always is an improvement on how you feel. So when you're getting the clearer you will get, the better you will feel. The better you will feel, the clearer you will get. So you've got to be focused on the clarity that you get, even if you're not getting the clarity where you want it, or you're not getting it as often as you want it, or you're not getting it in the amounts that you want it. Notice the small amounts of clarity that you do get. I just got a feeling to go here. That's because that's your path. That's your path. When you get into that place of knowing your emotions, knowing your thoughts, knowing your emotions, knowing the relationship between them, you start to study them. And study them. Don't just take my word for it. Study them. And when you study them, you'll start to see the connections. You'll be able to connect the dots. And you'll know how you are interpreting vibration. I hope this has been helpful information to you, and I'll see you next time.